Welcome. Thank you so very much for tuning into my channel. For those of you who do not know, my name is Sadie. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if it's not, welcome back. Today I would like to talk about uninsured motorist. I did a video recently talking about gap insurance, and today I'd like to talk about uninsured motorist and the benefits that come with it. I do want to say before going any further that I am not affiliated with any insurance company. This is not supposed to be seen as legal advice. This is just my opinion, and take it for what it's worth. So what is uninsured motorist? In California, and this is the only state I'm talking about, in California, the minimum policy that one can have is called a 1530 policy. And a 1530 policy just basically means that if you, having the 1530 policy, get into an accident with another party, the maximum that will be paid out per person is $15,000, and the maximum that would be paid out for an entire accident, assuming that there's more than one person in the vehicle, will be $15,000. So that's a minimum liability policy. When we go to get insurance, generally, we ask for insurance. We might say we want full coverage, and the insurance company in turn gives us comp and collision depending on how new the vehicle is. And comp and collision just basically takes care of your vehicle if you get into an accident with some amount of a deductible. And I'll talk about that in another video. So apart from comp and collision, you might ask for rental, and because a lot of people think about, well, if I get into a car accident, I'm going to need a rental, so let me get that on my policy. So most people try to get rental on their policy as well. So generally, uninsured motorists, I believe you have to ask for it, because I come across a lot of people who thought that they had full coverage, and they find out later on that they did not have uninsured motorists. And when I'm talking to most people and they realize they don't have uninsured motorists, they also indicate that they were never asked about it. So it's something that I think that when we go out to get insurance, we should try to ask for it, because I don't believe it's just going to be offered. Some benefits of uninsured motorists, apart from the obvious, which I'm about to explain, I have found that the cost for uninsured motorists, depending on exactly how much you're asking for, can be very reasonable and sometimes almost minimal. So that is something that we should try to ask for when we are trying to get insurance. So then we ask the question, what is uninsured motorist? So to do this, I'm going to give a hypothetical. Knock on wood, you get into an accident, and the person you get into an accident with presents, and let's say it's a fairly bad accident, and that person that you got into an accident with presents a card to the cops indicating that they have insurance. A few things that we learn, especially in California, are just because someone presents a card saying they have insurance does not necessarily mean that they have insurance. Just because a person is driving around in a very nice car does not mean that they have insurance. So we need to keep these things in mind. But we go back to the hypothetical. So you get into the accident with another vehicle, and it is not your fault. The person presents a card to the police officer, and you think they have insurance. A few days later, the other party's insurance company tells you that the person who presented that card did not have insurance. You call your insurance company, and your insurance company says, well, you have comp and collision, so we're going to fix your vehicle. However, looking through your policy, you do not have uninsured motorists, so any injuries that you suffered are not going to be compensated for or taken care of from this accident. Uninsured motorist is that thing that would have saved you in a time of need such as this one. Uninsured motorist comes in where the party that causes the accident does not have insurance, and uninsured motorists will then pay for your injuries and damages stemming from this accident. I have come across situations where the party that caused the accident was driving a rental vehicle, and the person in my office is indicating, well, they were driving a rental, so they must have insurance. Not the case. Generally, when a party rents a vehicle from, say, Enterprise, Hertz, any of the other rental places, they will ask you if you want insurance. It's up to you to decline. And if you decline, a lot of times they will say, well, we hope that you have insurance. You can present, I guess, your card, but they don't necessarily ask for it. And so you are then on the hook, or the person renting the vehicle is on the hook for any damages that might stem from that rental, period. Also, we go back to the hypothetical that I gave a minute ago. Let's say you actually got, again, knock on wood, you got into an accident with someone who had a minimum policy, and they have a 1530 policy. But it's a pretty bad accident, and you have maybe broken bones, or you have to stay at the hospital for a day or two. The insurance that party has, again, as I said, the maximum they would give is $15,000 per person and $30,000 per accident. So if you were alone in your vehicle, the maximum you're going to get out of this from the other side, the at-fault party side, is going to be $15,000. Now, if you spent a day or two in the hospital, that bill for the hospital is going to be way more than $15,000. If you have any broken bones, that bill is going to be way more than $15,000. Your uninsured motorist can come in and supplement. So let's say you get into this accident, you have uninsured motorists, and you have, let's say, a $250,500 policy. That means that in any given accident, if the other side is not insured, your insurance will pay up to $250,000 per person and up to $500,000 per accident. So that hypothetical I gave, if the at-fault party's insurance presents to you, hey, this is the limit, or this is the policy limit that we have, and it's $15,000. Our insured does not have any other properties or any other insurance out there, and you take that $15,000, your uninsured motorist can come in and pay the difference from, let's say, the 15 that you got up until the $250,000. So your insurance company will deduct that $15,000 from the $250,000 policy that you have, and so you have access to another $235,000 for your injuries, your stay in the hospital, healing your broken bones, and things of that sort. Again, we live in Los Angeles, and a lot of people here are driving around without insurance. Do not be fooled that because there's a law that says that people need insurance, that people are actually out there with insurance. Not the case. Do not be fooled if you see a really nice vehicle or you're driving in a nice area and you think that, well, all these people have nice vehicles, so they must have insurance. Not the case. Do not feel as though, well, this person is driving a rental, so they must have insurance. Not the case. When I am out driving, I'm driving with the thought that most people do not have insurance, or nobody has insurance out there as far as I'm concerned. So I try to protect myself as best as I can, and that's one of the ways that I do. Again, the amount that you pay for uninsured motorists, for let's say the $250,000, $500,000, based on your driving record or driving history, it could be minimal. I'm talking about $50, $60, $70 a month to be protected like that. To me, is priceless. So when we're out shopping for insurance, this is one of the things we want to keep in the back of our minds. Uninsured motorists, I've been personally in an accident. It was a hit and run where I tried to chase the person down, not the right thing to do, but I tried, and I was not able to actually catch the person. And the insurance company, or at least my insurance company, came in and took over, and they were able to take care of my injuries and everything else. So I'm hoping that this has helped someone out there that might not know of uninsured motorist, or was not really clear on what uninsured motorist was. I'm hoping that I've brought some clarity to that and shown the importance of having it. Once again, I am not affiliated with any insurance company. This is not supposed to be seen as legal advice. Even though I'm a lawyer, this is not supposed to be seen as legal advice. But I think that these are, in my opinion, things that could be very helpful and save you sleepless nights. Once again, thank you so very much for tuning into my channel. I hope that I've been able to give some nuggets that you can use or you find useful. If you found anything useful in this video, please give me likes, share and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.